morning to ya. I made all kinds of changes today, don't you know? They have something more Canadian than Irish, I think. Marlene is here. Pauline is taking care of dogs right now. So we got our Irish gear on, our hats.
I gotta put mine on.
We got Lisa went shopping for us today, so we got our shot glasses. Those come in handy when you're 45. I feel like I'm going in the jungle with this hat. It's a short brim. My dad's got a cool beer tie. He's gonna come over and show you guys what's going on there.
I even got a necklace that I can have a shot.
Pauline's got his beer tie on.
Top of the evening to you.
How is everybody? So I don't know if you guys noticed when I did the opening, and he's not here right now, but shouts out to Ezra Flipcake Designs in the upper left corner of the screen right now. He inadvertently made my family one of the coolest but also humorous logos because of the backstory that goes along with this. So I'm going to play it again so you guys can see it at the start here just for a quick second. May the road rise up to meet ya. Lads and lassies. I cannot do it like you do, John. I can't talk Irish. All right, so I'm going to show you first couple seconds. Check out the new logo. It looks like the Burger King sign, right? Burger King sign. So, Ezra is putting that on something for me. We're doing a trade, and so the funny part about this is, and why it was humorous to my family, and I sent it out to my brothers and everything this afternoon, is because we went to a restaurant one night, and all of us, well, my dad was driving, so the rest of us had been having some libations, and were a little bit silly that night, including my mother. Since you get to tell a story later.
Lies.
No, since you get to tell a story about me later, I get to tell this story. So we're driving down the highway there, and my mom kept saying, "Look at the moon." And my dad and I were in the truck, and we kept looking at, like, what is she talking about? You know, like, look at how big the moon is. It was the Burger King sign. So now we always make jokes about the Burger King moon, and I have a thing hanging in my house that has a big button on it, and it's the Burger King moon, and so everything is the Burger King moon. Auntie, how you feeling, my man?
Hey, Auntie.
Clarissa is here. James is here. Wow, Golden Collectibles. Haven't seen you in a long time. Nadia is here. John is here. Sharon's here. We got a few of you guys. I mean, I know there's...
Guinness is here.
Guinness is here. Yes, Guinness is here. Dad's already getting in the beer.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can have it. I don't care. Johnny's here. Hey, what's going on, Johnny?
I'm Irish.
Yes, we found out. So this is the cool part. So all of my 20s, I wanted to pretend that I was Irish, right? Because I don't know. I think Irish is cool. I've always really liked the accent. And then my parents finally, in my 40s, decided to get DNA tests, and it turns out that we have, 39 or 40% Irish in us. So.
And Scottish.
And Scottish and English and what else?
We're
German?
We're mongrels.
Well, everybody's a mutt.
Yeah.
Everybody's a mutt. But we have a lot of Irish in us, so woo! I'm also wearing my green today. I'm wearing my go green, go white, go green, go white. The tournament is starting. My boys are in it. I don't think they're going to make it very far, so hopefully you didn't pick them to go very far. They're playing horrible right now. As a reminder, we've got the tournament that is, if you DM me on Instagram, we'll sign you up. We've got almost 30 people signed up right now. You're 100% Irish. Oh, that's cool. You always have to my Lucky Charms. Yeah, there's redheads in my family and everything. Like, there's total Irish in me. But if you're interested in signing up for the tournament for the Hand Baby Robots prize, make sure you DM me. I think you have to be in by noon tomorrow or something like that. And if you have not finished your picks, guys, make sure you're finishing those picks. So you have to go all the way through. If it says incomplete, you won't be in the tournament unless you're in there. Or you only get points for the picks that you made. So make sure that you guys finish those off. And if you're still interested in joining, make sure that you hit me up on Instagram on DM. And we'll take care of that for you guys. So, we got a lot to do tonight. Now, we started this morning, actually, really early. Mom's got to get the cake out. Hang on. We realized that we had to ice the cake, and so we had to bake said cake. Oh, jeez. I'm almost out of frame. We had to bake the cake so that said cake could cool down. Oops. Oops, that's right. It's not done. Not done yet. So that we could cool it down to frost it. So Mom will give you, while I'm doing other stuff, Mom's going to give you guys a tutorial on that. But we had to start this morning because the stew takes all day. So I'm going to show you guys the different steps that we took this morning. And hopefully you guys can see that. So what this is chuck. So chuck is a super lean cut of meat. It's not super expensive. How many pounds is that, Mom? 2?
It was a little over 2.
A little over 2. Okay, so all chopped up a little over 2 of the chuck, and so it's the same type of stuff that you guys use for, or you can use for pot roast or anything like that. Marlene rocking the flare too. Yes, we didn't have enough buttons though, so we might get fired. So chuck is a super inexpensive cut of meat that you can use. So what we had to do with that is after my mom cubed it up, I then dusted it with flour and popped it in a pan. So I started browning it. You can see in the middle of the screen there, I flipped some pieces so you guys can see that. You want to get a good caramelization on the outside. You're not trying to cook the beef through though, but we browned the pieces all around on there. And then, so you can see there, this is about 2/3 of the way through. And that was just in some olive oil. And it doesn't matter if you get fond built up on the bottom of the pan. What is fond? Fond is anything that sticks to the bottom of the pan that starts to turn brown. What is fond? Fond is flavor. You probably have heard that on Food Network a million times, but fond is a lot of flavor. So don't waste that. And we didn't.
I'm fond of eating.
Yeah, you're fond of eating it. So then we also chopped up onions, celery, and that's a couple of cloves of garlic right there. Now, what we did was the celery went into the crock pot, and then after I got the meat out of the pan, and I'll put the recipe up a little bit later, but after I got the celery out of the pan, as you see, a little bit made it into the pan, we dropped the onions into the same pan that we cooked the meat in. So with all that fond on the bottom, and started to make those translucent. You're supposed to caramelize them or crisp them up a little more than I did, but that I don't care. So then this is what we did. So the beef is on the bottom of this picture. Then we put the celery in, the chopped celery. Those are heirloom rainbow carrots that we put in there. Yes, probably not traditionally Irish. Probably could have gone with the big carrots, but this looks cooler. And then some sliced portobello mushrooms. Portobello mushrooms give off a very beefy flavor. So if you're vegetarian, but you still kind of want to try meat, or you miss the flavor of meat, you can still eat portobellos, and they still give you that unctuous, meaty bite to them. So we added those into the stew as well. Then getting back to the pictures. So then you can see here, I added in the garlic to the onions. You can see the brown on the bottom, especially in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen there. You can see all the brown, which is the fond, which is the leftover beef drippings and the flour that's starting to toast up on the bottom of that. So we cooked this down for a little bit until the onions basically got translucent, started to brown just a little bit. And then we added some red wine. The reason we added the red wine, alcohol is used to deglaze pans. Works really well. What's going on, Christina? How are you? Jeremy Knapp, how are you? So we poured the dry red wine into the pan, and then I started to stir the onions and the garlic and then around to try and lift that fond off so I could get that extra flavor. Mix mushrooms with bison to make burgers. Oh, that's a good idea, Quickie. Actually, that's a really good idea. So you can see that there. And then after that, which was my favorite part, is then we added an entire bottle of the Guinness Stout, don't you know? So yes, we added the dark beer in, and I cooked it off for a few minutes to get the alcohol flavor out of it, but not necessarily lose a bunch of the liquid because I needed it for the stew. We did that. Then we added that whole mixture. We added beef broth then. You can see here. So this pan got pretty filled up. Then Marlene started working on the other half of the liquids, which is beef broth. So we use the less sodium. We're just kind of trying to be a little more health conscious. Now with Irish food, it's meant to be, at least everything that I've seen that has come to America is meant to be that hearty, warm, filling kind of meals, and that's what we are doing tonight. So I know my dad's going to have to behave himself tomorrow because we're doing bad things this evening. But so you have beef broth, and then you add tomato paste. Oops. And Worcestershire sauce to a big measuring cup. And then once she mixed that up, she whisked it up. Then we added that also to the crock pot along with a bay leaf. And you can get them fresh or you can use dried. It doesn't matter. If you are using dried herbs, so right here, we had to use dried thyme. They did not have any thyme at the grocery store. So if you're using dried herbs instead of fresh, or if that recipe calls for fresh, you want to use half the amount of dried. So once you dry down herbs, it concentrates the flavor a lot. So if it calls for 2 teaspoons of fresh thyme, you're only going to use 1 teaspoon of dried. I have the hiccups. So we added the bay leaves in, the thyme in, salt and pepper on the top there. I always reseason. I did season the beef as well when we started cooking that, and the onions. This is Mom mixing up her mixture. It kind of looked like a really dark and soupy ketchup. And then this is allspice. It's what has it got? Clove in it? What's all in allspice, Mom? It's clove, cardamom maybe?
Maybe cardamom.
Cinnamon. Yeah. It's a very warm spice.
Pumpkin spice. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It doesn't say.
It doesn't say. I mean, it smells like pumpkin pie, really.
Probably nutmeg.
You can smell clove in there for sure. I don't know. We'll have to look that up. Anybody in the audience know something about cooking that I obviously don't know? So we added that allspice in as well. And then we added the rest of the liquid in, and we set it on low or on high for, 3 hours?
3 hours.
3 hours, yeah, on 3 hours. And then we dropped it down to low so that it could cook throughout the day. So that's where we stand with the stew. So the stew is in the background here in the crock pot. It's been going all day long. I've got potatoes on here. That's going to be for Colcannon. And Naughty loves allspice.
Here.
Hey, Newell!
Allspice is the flavor invokes a blend of nutmegs, cloves, and cinnamon.
There you go. So it's warm. It's not a lot that it's going to overpower it. It's not going to taste like Christmas or pumpkin pie, but it was enough just to add. You can smell it, definitely. I mean, it smells great. And my mom was texting me throughout the day while I was working, like, oh my gosh, it smells so good in here. So, yeah, so we got that going. So first things first, what we got to do is get in the oven, because my mom's going to drop the oven up in just a couple seconds, is the Irish soda bread. So I'm thankful because, let me switch cameras. And of course I forgot one camera because, I don't know, I'm just forgetful. Okay, so Irish soda bread, and I'm thankful because actually Fox Crown reached out to me and he stated that his mom had made us some stuff, and I have a feeling that we're getting some of Mama Crown's, Mama Foxy's Irish soda bread. And this doesn't have preservatives in it, guys, so this is one of these breads. It's a quick bread. It doesn't last very long, so it's good that we'll probably eat it tonight, and then by tomorrow it probably won't be that great. And our new she put it in all kinds of packaging. So, but ours is going to arrive on St. Patrick's Day. So Mapa and I will do a video on that and make sure that you guys see what we got sent from New York for St. Patrick's Day. $4.25, please. Okay, so in this bowl right here is 4 cups of all-purpose flour. And what we're going to do is we're going to add 4 tablespoons of sugar, just granulated white sugar. This is 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt.
One of those.
And then this is baking soda. I believe it's also 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. Now the baking soda is the leavener. What is a leavener? A leavener is what's going to cause it to have rise. And the way we're going to get the rise, because of there is a reaction between the buttermilk, which is sour, so it's going to cause puffs in the bread. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to whisk this together to combine it. Now, right now, it's okay if you whisk away. That's fine. No one cares. But once we get to the point of actually mixing this bread together, you can't overmix it. Okay, so I'm going to create a well here in the middle. I'm going to slide this back, and I'm going to switch spots with the buttermilk.
That's pretty good.
So I have an egg here, large egg. And this is 1 2/3 cup of buttermilk. So we're going to whisk this together. Turns kind of like a peachy color. Okay, and we're going to set that aside for just a moment. Okay, we're going to go back to this. Now, I've been keeping in the fridge cold butter. This is 4 tablespoons unsalted butter that I've kept cold, so it's in pieces. Let me get out of here so I can see the chat. Hey, Ginger, what's going on? So this is in pieces. Now, I don't want to make it so that it's like sand, but we're going to work this through the flour so that there's some bigger pieces. We want some bigger chunks in there because that's where the steam's going to happen and it's going to create lift in the bread. Come on. It's okay. She's just a puppy. She's being vocal.
Come on, Liz.
Come on. Girl.
Come over here. Lay down.
Yeah. So what you want to do is just start pinching this through the flour. It's kind of reminiscent of when you make biscuits, Southern biscuits, because you don't want the fat pieces to be too small. If you guys have questions...
You want me to get my
Cook for a con for us? Yeah, heck yeah. If we all got like rented like a big house with like those 12 bedrooms in it, where you know like a Airbnb or something, I'd cook for the fam.
I'd help.
Oh, Marlene's invited herself. She's coming too.
I'd eat.
And Pauline said he'd eat. What's going on, Tats? How are you guys? So my Patreons do not have to be present in order to win tonight. So I went to visit Nick and Nessa today. Nick and Nessa are the owners of My Pops, and luckily, well, they were all waiting for the NFT drop for the Transformers. Did you guys get anything today on the drops? Did anybody get a redeemable? My parents have no idea what I'm talking about.
No.
So now they're doing non-fungible somethings. T, I forget what the T stands for. And they're basically like virtual trading cards. But some of the virtual trading cards... Mom, can you turn the potatoes off?
Sure.
Some of the virtual trading cards you can actually redeem for a physical, very extremely limited edition Funko Pop.
Do we dump?
Yeah, you can go ahead and dump them. So what my mom's doing right now is we did 3 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes that we cubed and just boiled in water. She's going to drain those for me. All right, so we got some bigger pieces in there. We got some smaller pieces in there. And all I'm going to do is make a well in here, right in the middle like that. I have green on. You only get to pinch if you're not wearing green, I thought. Maybe I should keep this. I don't know. Oh, it's going to have to drip for now. All right. So we're going to pour the buttermilk and egg mixture into the center of the well. And this is where my hands are going to get super dirty. So you just want to fold this into itself. You just want to get it to the point of it being mixed, okay? It's not like a cake batter. Quick breads are very, very tender, and especially with Irish soda bread, if you work it too much, it will get very tough, and stay very dense, and we don't want that to happen. It is a wet bread, so I'm looking here and I'm like, okay, well, I still have a lot of liquid left. Well, I still have some dry spots here where I'm mixing it in. I just want to get it to the point of being combined, though. Yes, it's making fart noises. You don't need this dough. It's more like a banana bread or like a muffin, if you will. Getting there, almost done. And then what we're going to do is flour the surface of the counter here, my laptop right here. Someone in the background, one of my parents has actually got the sound on, so I just heard myself talking. Okay.
I thought I had it down.
Hey, Mom, sprinkle. I have some flour over here. Sprinkle just a little bit more in here. This is
Sure.
a little wet for me.
Okay.
That's what she said. Just a little bit, like a dusting of it. That's good. That's better. That looks more like what I watched.
Did you tell them we didn't put the raisins in?
Yes, traditional Irish soda bread calls for raisins, currants. My mom does not like dried fruit. So, all right, Mom, I'm going to lift this bowl up. What I need you to do, or actually I'll have you lift the bowl up, and I'll put the flour down on the counter over here.
Okay.
Hang on. Got stuff on my hands.
What, flour on the counter?
Yeah, I just need a little bit of flour on the counter over there. Now, traditionally, it calls for a cast iron skillet. I left mine at home. It's one of the things that I left at home that I honestly thought my mom had lunch. So
I do, but it's not,
They're not
seasoned.
So you can just turn that out on. Flip the bowl over and turn it out onto that.
How big do you need that blue one, Steve?
I have this blue one right here for it. That's not cast iron. That's enameled cast iron. Okay. Thank you. So we're just going to kind of try and shape it in a ball a little bit.
Go, Liz. Come here.
Lizzie, go. Okay. And then what we're going to do now, can you lift the plate up? And I need that blue. Come over here. That. So I already pre-greased this because we're using enameled. I pre-greased this pan. Okay. I'll just scrape that off. Okay. 1 second. Wash my hands. It's a messy job cooking for you kids.
Want that counter cleaned up?
Okay, so all I'm going to do with the, before I pop this in the oven now, is I'm going to put a crosshatch in it. Then we're going to pop it in the oven for 30 minutes. 425. I'm going to check it in a little bit. So let's get this cleaned up. So how's everybody doing today? Anybody got any questions so far? I think we made this in school. That's probably a distinct possibility. Trapper, I'm surprised you haven't said I make this all the time, and you're doing it wrong.
The pup is helping clean up. Yes. she would be so happy if we threw all that on the floor.
Correct. Okay, so what we're starting now is the Colcannon. Colcannon is another hearty dish, and it can go with the stew, or you can eat it as a meal on its own. So what we did earlier was we cooked and cubed 3 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes.
From Yukon, Ireland.
Dad's got jokes. He said it's from Yukon, Ireland. Okay. I'll show you guys what that looks like.
Quick Draw wants to know where the Jameson is.
So I don't do well with dark liquor. Just saying. I'm more of a tequila girl. That's why my anniversary's on Cinco de Mayo. Crazy things happen on the 5th of May. I don't know if she's watching. Hi, dear, if you are. All right. So that's for the stew later. That's for the bacon. All right. So what I'm doing right now is this is center cut bacon, and what we're doing is we're browning that off. Yes, I know. I do lots of things with bacon, but bacon is better. I love bacon. If you are a vegan, you can obviously leave this part out. So we're gonna get this going.
I have that vegan spice that tastes like bacon.
That is true.
You could put that in there.
So as you can see with the potatoes, we actually left the skins on the potatoes. This is a rustic dish, and all of the recipes that I found all called for the skins to be left on. I'm not going to add too much salt to this because of the fact that the bacon is already salty, so I don't want to make it too bad.
I may need to pull that one out.
Okay, so we got some unsalted butter in there, salt.
The road crew loves the bacon.
Everybody loves it. Well,
Teresa,
most people love bacon, I should say.
Teresa says turkey bacon is better.
Turkey bacon is better for you. That's true.
Has anybody tried Tempe bacon, which would be vegan?
I have not. Because if I have a choice between gorging myself on real bacon and trying tempeh bacon, I'm going to eat my fill of real bacon. And Pauline doesn't get to eat like this all the time, so he's been very, very good lately, haven't you, Dad?
Yes.
Fox says he can't comment in the chat.
Who?
Fox. He's in. What do you do when you get in trouble on?
He can't be in jail. He's not blocked. Can you guys see Fox? Because he's not blocked, so I don't know what's going on. He's not on the list. So this is a little bit of heavy cream. So it's not half and half. You want this to be pretty darn thick.
Oh, this. Quit cleaning up the floor.
Is that different heavy cream than the other heavy cream?
I don't know. I just opened it. You didn't need the whole thing, did you? I think so.
No, she's got another. What was that other thing I got?
Heavy cream.
Buttermilk and heavy cream. You just scared me like I got the wrong thing.
Nope, you're good.
Oh, we got a potato masher.
Hold on.
Never mind. MacGyver in it. So again, with I prefer Yukon Gold potatoes because they are not so starchy. And Foxy, I don't know why you can't comment, but please make sure that your mom knows that we're super excited, and we will make a video on Thursday with whatever goodies that she sent. And you'll have to wait a little bit for more honey, Fox. We don't have any right now.
Fox is in the International Space Station.
Fox is in the International Space Station.
You figured they would have good internet, but they don't.
Well, a couple minutes ago, he was in the Bronx, New York, and he was playing with Ralphie, so.
I do have honey, it's just not converted.
Oh. Yeah, Fox apparently went through all of his honey very quickly. Okay, so this is 3 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes. We just rustically mashed them because we're going to be adding stuff to this. Mom, do you want to show them how you make your frosting? Or,
Oh, I'm not supposed to do it till just before we're going to put it on.
oh, okay. All right. Well, then I'll just keep going. So we are. I don't know if I can get this to twist. So I forgot the good camera, and this one I broke because I'm an idiot. How can you see Fox chatting, Mom? Hang on, Fox. So we're gonna brown that bacon up.
That was good.
It smells like bacon.
Yep. Bacon.
Hang on, Foxy. Baby red potatoes are the best goober. I like Yukon Golds. I beg to differ. I'm checking my... Mom, will you watch this bacon while I try to figure out why he can't comment? Yep. Oh, I have the worst hiccups right now. Anybody know why he wouldn't be able to comment? He's not in my jail.
Right behind you.
Thank you.
Here, Liz. Lizzie.
Fox, try again. Tell him to try again. Where is he talking from?
I don't know. Let's see who. Jack Culinary.
The culinary trapper, so that he's gonna have change. Yeah. So Matt is actually a chef,
Oh,
and then
Now
he
he's
has
making
the ever-growing chef as his son.
now he's making me scared. Landmark wants to know why we don't have salvage.
I know. I wish you guys could smell it because the stew alone smells like fantastic, and you can get a little bit of the stout smell. Like I drove 45 minutes in my car, and I could smell it all the way to my first appointment on my from putting it together, and it wasn't even cooking yet.
It smells earthy.
Yeah, it did. That was one of the things my mom mentioned is that when we put the wine and the stout in, that it smelled very earthy or umami kind of a smell to it. Get on Instagram and tell them to try.
Okay. Well, I have to put my iPad.
Never mind. Ooh, the bread's puffing. I'm actually quite thrilled with myself. We thought about putting rosemary in it, but we might put some honey on it. I don't know. So we're just rendering out the bacon. I'm not going to take the fat out because the next step is going to be that we're going to be adding in some cabbage. So this is cut in 1 inch, 3/4 to 1 inch pieces. So we're going to add that in as well. And then I'm going to put a little bit, where'd you get the garlic from?
What are you talking about? The garlic that was cut in the husk? In here.
Do you need this cream?
Or should I put that in the fridge? No, you can put it in the fridge. I already measured mine all out and everything.
Good. I'm going to take that other half of that cabbage and make Alfredo.
Okay. You can take that.
What do you guys got going on for Thursday?
Anybody gonna drink green beer?
Do you hear, Ma? Green beer?
Good brainer.
Thank you.
Do we clean it? Or do you want me to find pot?
No, this is dried out. What? This one's dead.
Okay.
One I used was not dead.
No, that clove was.
Oh.
4 days, 12.
It's under 1738. Palm of the Eel Strike. You guys watch Mythical Kitchen and all? He does he smashes it with all of his garlic with the heel of his hand. It actually works pretty good. So once the bacon gets brown here in a minute, what we're going to do is we'll take it out of the pan. We want it to get nice and brown. We don't want it left wimpy. My mom doesn't like it. I don't like. You don't want the wimpy pieces of fat. So just be patient with it. What happened to the timer? Oh. Okay, timer's going again. Watch that bread, Mom.
Okay.
Can you talk now? I have no idea what's going on. I just kind of cleared out my "you can't talk in here" the whole like anybody in the box, and I didn't see you in there though, and I would never have blocked you. That makes no sense. Okay, so we're browning the bacon. All right. I have some. I feel like Swayze and Ghost. Ha! I have some major announcements. Okay, so thanks to Nick and Nessa, I went and visited them today. Where's that bag? Nick and Nessa and my pops. I went and visited them today. I have stuff coming, but it has not arrived yet. So let me switch the camera. Okay, so what we have, they donated one and I bought one. So we're gonna give 2 of these away tonight. So we got Ralphie here, which is from A Christmas Story. It was the last one they had left in the store. But by Friday, they will have 12 new Handmade by Robots, including a restock of the ones that they have in now. They have a whole end plate. If you go to MI Funko Pops on Instagram, you can see their entire regimen that they have. But my mom... I sent her a picture. I said, "Which one do you want to do for a giveaway?" And she said, "Get Gizmo. I'll tell the story."
So when Brandy was little and we lived in North Carolina, Brandy wanted to go see Gremlins. That's all she could think about.
The cool kids were going to see it. Mom J!
So anyhow, I told her, no, you couldn't go because you won't sleep all night. So Pop decided when I was not there, he would take them to the movies. So he took Adam and Brandy to the movies to see Gremlins.
You got to figure I was probably somewhere between 8 and 10 years old, which puts my...
I think you're younger than that because we lived in North Carolina.
Yeah, we didn't move out of North Carolina until I was like 12 or 13.
Really?
True story. 5 till 13 we lived down there.
So anyhow...
So my brother would have been between 6 and 7 years old.
So they went. And the first night they came down to... When I found out they went, I was not very happy. But when the first night they come down, both of them afraid, and slept. I wouldn't let them in bed because I was mad they went. And Brandy and Adam slept on the bedroom floor for 2+ weeks.
True story.
Because they were afraid from Gremlins.
And now you know why the last thing I've collected out of the Handmade by Robots line is the horror pops. Why? Because I'm a big chicken. This is why I have trouble watching Eric's lives when he talks about Freddy Krueger. I am a chicken. Alright, so we're running out the bacon, guys. I'm pulling that out of the pan just so that it doesn't burn. And put it on some paper towel to drain. Now, if you have little ones, I do suggest that you don't put cabbage in with bacon fat. I'm going to drop a little bit of this out of here. Mom, can you give me one of those little glass bowls?
Sure.
I'm going to take a little bit of this out because we're going to add a little bit back in right before we finish the dish.
You may want to turn it down so that smoke alarm.
It's on a 4.
I know, but you have to know what kind of pan that is.
Yeah, it's all fine. I love this pan. I've asked for these pans in my mom's will. Literally, I've already put like dibs on things. Even though I hope my parents don't pass away for a really long time. Alright, so we're going to just take a tablespoon or 2 out of here. And then before this smokes up too bad, we are going to get the cabbage in the pan. I need to what? Oh, is Mary talking about your name? The business card with the paragraph of a position that you've claimed with Handmade by Robots box? So Patreons, we will be giving away, you'll have your choice between the 2 Handmade by Robots, the Gizmo and the Ralphie. Or you can choose the snack box and whether or not or the snack crate and whether or not you'd like to come on the show and taste it with me, or you can just purchase it and enjoy it at home with yourself or your friends and family. It's up to you. But you guys will have the option of which of those that you want to do. Obviously, Fox has already got Ralphie as he's posted it today. Because I am the robot pusher. And that being said, so, excuse me, Liz. That being said, I do have an announcement to make. So, as of this afternoon, after I went to see Nick and Nessa, and we were talking about everything, and I was just going to buy the 2, but they generously decided to donate 1. They're such believers in this product, and John, JLH, and I were talking earlier today about how many channels have picked up Handmade by Robots and are starting to do videos on it. And the funny thing is we've heard some, well, I've had these for 2 years, or I've had these for a year and a half, and they're just now showing them off because the craze has started. And I hope you guys are following Handmade by Robots on Instagram because they're posting stuff now, which is like sneak peeks of products that are coming. So today was RoboCop. And I was talking to Nick and Nessa about that because obviously the original RoboCop movie was set in Detroit. in the future. Thank goodness it's nothing like that right now. Now you guys can see, so there was all that brown stuff. Well, you can't see it right now. There was all kinds of brown stuff in the bottom of the pan, and it's coming up because the cabbage is semi-steaming itself and pulling up all that flavor off the bottom of the pan. So we're getting that bacony flavor into the cabbage itself here.
No, I checked. It was still warm.
So Ma's got her cake outside. Okay, so here's my announcement. Sorry, hey, OCD. Give me everything handmade by robots. Yeah, that's right, Umpty. That's true. 1, 2 Funko Pops unicorns coming for you. No. Okay, so as of today, not only am I an affiliate for Handmade by Robots, but I also have a discount code that you guys can use for MI Pops. So, obviously, Handmade by Robots is going to have everything. But whether you buy online or are in Michigan, this works in store and it works online. Use the code at MyPopsGME. That'll get you 10% off your order of Handmade by Robots. So, like I said, by Friday they will have 12 new ones in. They've got pre-orders in for all of the Harry Potter and everything else. So, they're going crazy. I walked in today and there was a gentleman walking out and he had 3 boxes in his hands. And Nick's like, did you see that? He just came in and he bought Jack and Sally and he bought another one. These are taking off, guys. I mean, I know we've been pushing it on you and we've been in your face about it. But number one, I love Mary and Mike and Michael. I've had so much fun getting to know them beyond the product. I mean, they're really, really, really good people. And as you saw on Sunday, Mary's just fun to hang out with. And obviously we talked about Handmade by Robots, but we were doing the knitting. And I'm very grateful that Mary took the time to show us what she was doing and how to do that. But and then on the Handmade by Robots site, take 5% off your order. That's an affiliate code. So if you guys do make purchases, what I'm going to do is take anything that we make from Handmade by Robots, and I'm just going to put that back into giveaways for the channel. So when exclusives and things come up, you guys will, I'm going to buy those to give back to you guys for using that code. So Geek Meats is on the Handmade by Robots site, and GME is for MI Pops. So I'm not getting anything back from My Pops. We are just, they help me, I help them. They donate stuff for the show that I can give away, and I have no problem shouting them out. Plus, they're super close. So, if I need something, I need to go pick something up that I don't have yet, and, rather than wait for shipping, I could run right to the store. So I have the best of both worlds. I have a place that stocks these right down the road from me, and I also have the Handmade by Robots website. So I already ordered. Rukru, you need to send Mary a picture of what you've done so far. So we'll take that down. And also, don't forget, you got to fill in your brackets. If you have not finished your brackets, make sure that you guys do that by, I think it's like noon tomorrow, that you have to have your stuff in. So we have, I think, 29 or 30 people that are participating as of right now in the tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. So whether you know basketball or not, that really doesn't matter. That wasn't the point. The point was just to have some fun. Mary's in there, Michael's in there, I'm in there. So obviously the 3 of us don't count. So really it's like 26 people right now that are vying for the prizes in the tournament. So make sure, and I know that the website didn't work, so that was a problem that a lot of people couldn't change names. I gotta take this off, I'm dying. Whew. A lot of people couldn't change their names because, for whatever reason, some people could, some people couldn't. You guys like the new background? Put the knit up. We've got all the logos in the background so far. I'm just going to fill the screen as we do different logos. Again, Ezra, I don't know if you're here or not, but thank you very much. Mom, are you watching the chat? Okay. Caitlin, I'll look afterwards and see if yours is done. All you had to do is just make sure that you picked everybody all the way through to the championship and then put a final score in. So what you think that the combined score would be between the 2 teams? As long as you did all of that, then it should be complete. But I think I was missing like 8 or 9 people. I'll reach out to them on Instagram.
Funko Pop Lollipops and Unicorn says, I don't know basketball, so am I good, or is that
That's what I was just responding to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I was just responding to. Yeah, you don't need to know basketball to do this. I mean, I've been in office pools where the person who won picked by the color of the jerseys. It's not rocket science. At least not for me. All right, so we're continuing to cook down this cabbage. What?
Whenever you're ready, I can do mine.
Okay.
Because it has to sit 5 minutes.
All right, so let me get the cabbage cooked, and then all I got to do is combine this, and it should stay warm. I'm going to check the bread, too. I don't want to overcook it.
Yeah.
So I just added some garlic into the cabbage. I've seen recipes with it. I've seen recipes without it in there. Doesn't really matter. You notice I put salt in, but I have not put any pepper. Pepper will burn in this process right now, so there's no pepper in here at the moment. Switch it back. You see that we're caramelizing the cabbage down, and when you do this, it actually gets sweet. So when I'm making my cabbage Alfredo, when I shred up the cabbage, I actually cook it down like this until it gets caramelized so that it gets nice and sweet, and then I add the Alfredo to it.
Sharon wants to know, is the basketball thing on Instagram?
Yeah, just DM me that you're interested, Sharon, and I'll send you the link. And then you just have to go on, and if you're not a part of CBS Sports, you have to sign up. And we could probably walk you through it. So you see this is getting nice and softened. You want it to be a little bit toothsome. I just don't want it, but I want like some of the pieces to wilt down. Like I want it about equal cabbage to the potatoes that we're going to add.
Sharon loves cabbage.
I'm kind of shocked that like a lot more people like cabbage than I thought would like cabbage. But then again, everybody is shocked that my family all eats Brussels sprouts, and most people do not. All right, so I'm going to add the potatoes that we cooked a little bit ago. They're still warm. We just want to integrate the cabbage into the potatoes here. And the last thing that I'm going to do is then add the bacon and incorporate the bacon in, because I don't want it to soften up too much before we eat. And then I will turn the floor over to my mother.
Lizzie. Bacon.
And then now you can see why this is basically a meal in itself, because you have protein from your bacon, you have a starch from the potatoes, and then you have your vegetable in the cabbage. So we're just going to fold that bacon in. Check the bread. Take this off the heat.
Smells good.
Looks delicious. And this is going to be the base of our stew. So I'm going to pull that off the heat, and Mom, I can move this back over if you want, so you can do your frosting. Is it on the stove or? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that burner. Let me check that out. Okay, I gotta get my stuff out of though. Oops, messed up. I squished it. You like it? No, you have to do it on that one.
Okay. All right, so I made our dessert, and the cake is outside cooling, and this has to sit for 5 minutes once I get it cooked. What is in this is Guinness beer. So there's a 1/4 cup of Guinness and 2 tablespoons of cream, heavy cream. It has to be heavy cream. And so you're supposed to heat this up. And I would suggest using a pan like
this side so
I can, something that you can clean up easily, because I'm going to pour chocolate chips in. And the cake batter also had Guinness in it.
Can you close that?
Yep.
Ta-da!
That looks yummy. So what I have here is a half a pound of chocolate chips, but they have been lightly chopped. And the reason is because you want them to melt. So there's Guinness, cream, and chocolate chips in the frosting.
Did pretty good, didn't it?
And when I made the cake, you have to heat up and melt the butter. So do that first, because you also have 2 eggs. And you don't want to ever cook your eggs by whatever your ingredients is. Sometimes you have to temper in, which means add a little bit in at a time, or you let the hot ingredient come down to room temperature. And I don't know if you can see how shiny this is, but this just pours across. So this is pretty much done, and it has to just sit for a few minutes. I just moved it up. I'm going to go get the cake so I can show it to you.
3 hours later. Is that how that goes? I swore, my bad.
So there's the cake. And it is, I have pieces of parchment paper in it.
There's the folders.
Where? Right there. Oh, I didn't see them because they're blue.
So I'm going to try and pull this out. And I'm going to be brave and try and do it on camera. But the reason there is the parchment paper. Now, I did butter it. You had to butter the parchment paper, but you can see it came right out. And all I got to do now is pull the parchment paper off. And you can see. And as soon as all of the lumps get out of this, all this has to do, I have to cut the cake. It says to cut it first. But once the lumps get out of this, then I can just pour that right on the cake. The cake has stout in it too, and
Lots of beer.
yep. And I tasted a little crunchy piece of this, and it was really good.
See, we're not even watching the chat. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to get ready. Yeah, there you go. Use 69 there, Caitlin. They're telling her what score to pick for her final score.
Oh.
Smell-o-vision activate. All I can smell is chocolate right now. It smells delicious.
All right, I'm gonna get brave, and I need to just put them away.
What?
The
The mittens?
right here.
Oh.
Done.
I know, you can't see them.
Nope. So this, I love frosting a cake this way.
It's kind of like a Texas sheet cake almost.
It is, yep. Only it's got Guinness in it.
Ooh, that's good.
I loved. Oh,
So I plated up the Colcannon right now. We're gonna put some stew on top of it.
I know I can see it on the camera, but I love how shiny this is. I like a shiny frosting. I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. And it needs to set a little bit, so I'm going to stick it back outside so it can set up a little bit. So by the time we're ready, we can have some to eat.
And this, my friends, is the stew on top of the Colcannon. Right there. Steamy, steamy, steamy. All kinds of good vegetables in it. There are no potatoes in this stew. The potatoes are in the Colcannon that goes underneath. But we have the heritage carrots in there, the multicolored with the Colcannon. So I'm going to give this to Pauline because it's got to cool down a little bit. And then in a second, I'm going to cut into this bread and see how we did.
On the green.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good. What do you think?
Great.
You guys talk louder.
It's wonderful.
Dad says it's wonderful, kids. All right, so here's the bread. I took it out. You can hear that hollow sound. So there's that.
You can definitely taste the Guinness. Very, very good. Super tender.
Okay, so last things before we get to the giveaways and everything. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I really do, and supporting Mom and I. Mom and I have a lot of fun doing these. So I'm going to cut a piece of this so you guys can see the inside, how we did. Considering it's about 3 times the size I started with, I think I did okay. It's not overly hard on the outside. You can see the air pockets and everything in there. So I mean, it seems super tender to me, but we'll let Colin let me know what he thinks. Taste test that, Dad.
There's butter right there.
Hey.
Okay. My mom's texting me or texting the family over and over again.
Unbelievable.
Is it good?
Unbelievable.
Last time I made it, it was like a brick.
I have some more. Please.
He's dipping it.
Oh, man,
You
Brandy.
want a cold
Yeah,
Guinness to go with your...
yeah, this is unbelievable.
I'm gonna get some butter so I can taste it too.
You want a cold
Definitely
Guinness?
slap your grandmother.
Franny?
What?
Cold Guinness?
Of course.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable.
Is it good?
It tastes like a biscuit,
Yeah.
but very tender. All right, now I know why everybody's here. You guys are here for the giveaway. So I'm gonna pull up a wheel for my Patreons. Patreons get first choice. Either you guys can take the Handmade by Robots, or you guys can take the snack crate, which I always do. All right, let's jump out of there.
I'm glad you...
And I've completely trashed my parents' kitchen. Completely.
Yes, it is.
So let's go to Wheel of Names, share. All right.
Wow.
Give me how many times to shuffle? Thank you, Nancy. I will put links to the recipes in the description of this. Make sure you guys are following Handmade by Robots and my Funko Pops on Instagram. Give them some love. Trapper says he'll come do dishes for a plate.
Ooh, it's on.
All right, somebody throw me a number. How many times should I shuffle? $3 you get 1 entry. $5 you get 2. $15 you get 3. Man, this is good.
Wow.
I really like this.
Best
5, 5, 4,
ever.
6, 3, 5. Okay, we'll go 5.
Best ever, Brandy.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last Patreon off. Here we go. I turned the music off. It's got a nice background sweetness to it.
Love it.
Sorry, OCD.
It's way better than corned beef and cabbage.
Sorry, Yumpty, you still got one left, though.
Brandy,
What?
your dad said it's better than corned beef and cabbage. Does anybody make them corned beef?
You have to read the chat. I can't see it right now because I'm running this. My mom's asking if anybody's making corned beef and cabbage. Sorry, Caitlin, you still have one.
Is there another one?
Sorry, Mama J. Oh, the wheel tonight is decided because I cooked it down so much, Dad. Once you cook it down like that, it takes a lot of the bitterness and everything out.
Wonderful.
All right, so everybody's got an equal chance now, with the exception of OCD. Sorry, Umpty. Oh no, Teresa had 2. I didn't realize that. You got one more chance, Teresa.
Brandy, Sharon says her Michigan trip has been pushed back again.
Aw. I know Nazarene and Angie were talking about coming up this way, so hopefully we'll see that. Sorry, Rach! I miss talking to Rachel every day. But I do love my new job. I'm a much happier person. Mama J.
I love this stew as much as you love your job.
My dad loves this too as much as I love my new job. That's good to know.
I'm licking the plate.
That's the only bad thing about doing these shows is my dad's starving by the time we're done. Sorry, Christina. Down to 3. Man, Tracy hung in there for a long time. Sorry, Tracy. Caitlin or Teresa, one of you guys.
Quick Draw says he wished he was having corned beef and cabbage.
Now that you take a bit.
Sorry, Teresa. And your winner is the pain in my rear end. Caitlin, so what would you like? Would you like because we're gonna give away the other one too. We're gonna send you guys off to a video to not rigged. You guys saw it. Caitlin, do you want the Handmade by Robots, or would you like to do the snack crate? There's still another contest, guys. Don't worry.
Brandy.
Huh?
Say hi to Kendall.
Kendall? Hi, baby Kay. Hi, Kendall. So my youngest niece is watching. Well, she's on the countertop watching right now. All right, so Caitlin's got wants the snack crate. So control. We are gonna go show Sad Bones some love right now. She's a great person. She was on with us on Sunday night. She's a lot of fun. Let me stop that share. Caitlin, I'll send you the code right after this, please. And all right, so this is how you're gonna win the Handmade by Robots. You're gonna go to that video. Make sure you watch for like a minute or so, and then put hashtag GME says hi for her. She's got like 200 subs. We're trying to get her up a few more subs. She's such a sweetheart. Bree is. I love her to death. I have a lot of fun hanging out. If you guys haven't watched the 17 days today, Bree and her girlfriend actually did a video of them watching John's his show, one of his shows, like an older show, and giving their reaction. It was hilarious. So that was on today's. It was a completely different format today, so you guys, you have to watch it because the Handmade by Robots portion is in there. You just have to find it. Mom, you want to bring me a little plate? I got some more bread cut for you guys.
Oh, your dad will be happy. He's waiting so he can dip.
I'm being patient.
I want to taste this.
Best spread ever.
That's cool. You
What?
can taste the stout
Did
now.
we do that in the pizza oven?
Could we do this in the pizza oven?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we can get it regulated, we don't want to overcook it because this is a quick bread, so it goes. But yeah,
We could.
because you're supposed to cook in cast iron, Dad.
Right.
Mom, did you fix yourself a plate?
No.
She's been watching me eat.
Oh,
So some of this.
yep, from the bottom. If you don't want it on top of it, you can put it in a bowl next to it. But the way that the recipe read was that you're supposed to put it underneath and kind of make a little well, and then put your stew over the top.
Okay.
All right, so you guys go enter over there, and we're going to do a random comment picker for this. Like to get her up a couple of subs, though, you guys, if we can. Sad Bones, she's such a sweetheart. Sad Bones, if you ever want to watch some of John's... Got 2? Come on, we can do better than 2, guys. If you ever want to watch John's streams together, you let me know. Oh, I don't want that one. I will gladly critique John with you. We can laugh or annoy him because we're both good at that. I got 11 comments and she's only got 2 new subs. What can we do about this, kids? Make sure you're giving her some love, guys.
I'll subscribe, Brandy, but you'll have to show me how.
Okay. Well, I got her up 4.
Bread's hungry.
This is really good, Brady.
Glad baseball is back. Yeah, me too.
2 forks up.
2 forks up, my dad says. All right. Share screen.
It's filming.
Still got 11. All right, I'm going to run this, guys. It's about 8:15. I'm hungry, too. You're sitting here smelling all of it. Is there any way you can get Dad a piece of cake and have him try that real quick?
Oh, sure.
Quick draw! Congratulations, sir. Dan, the man. You are going to win Gizmo and Ralphie, Handmade by Robots. Dan, do you have those? Yes, we're going to do a barbecue. Once it warms up a little bit, we're actually going to do a barbecue, another one with Dad in the smoker. Oh, you're already subbed? Okay, cool. Quick Draw, do you have those? No, you don't. Okay, so DM me your address on Instagram, and we'll get those out to you. And when you get them, just make sure that you post a picture and thank or tag MI Pops in there, because they did donate one of the 2 that we're giving away tonight. I told Annie your gremlin story. She found it hilarious.
Really good.
Yeah? Can you taste the stout in it?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely? It looks kind of like a brownie, or like I said, Texas sheet
It has
cake.
some Wang Chung to it after you eat it.
It has some Wang Chung. That's my dad's way of saying there's some spice or kick to it. All right, everybody. It is 8:16. I will give me a couple minutes after. I'm going to eat something really quick, and then after we are said and done, then so Mom and Pa are sitting back here at their little Irish table. Wait, there you go. They got their little green thing. So Mom and Pa are having dinner. I'm going to go eat mine now, and then I will put the links to all the recipes up for all the stuff that we did. What's your sash say? Lisa got that for you too.
Irish
for a day. She's actually Irish 365 days a year, but that's okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. What am I doing next? Oh, so we will be dropping a video of Mom and Dad and I, whatever we get from Mama Foxy. So we'll be doing that. And next Tuesday, I can't remember what I'm doing next Tuesday. We'll figure it out. We always do. So we'll be having fun. I will say April 19th is another one. Everybody's waving now. April 19th will be, we're going to be celebrating my 1 year on YouTube. I can't believe it. I should be at or above 100. So I've got a really special show planned for that night. It'll be a lot of fun. Lots of giveaways, a lot of fun, games, all kinds of good stuff going on that night. So stick around, guys. More to good things to come. Everybody have a great night. Happy St. Patrick's Day, guys.
St. Patrick's
Day.